Good evening, Garden City. I'd like to call to order regular City Council meeting for Monday, November 3rd, 2025 at 7 p.m. Our first order of business is our opening ceremony, which consists of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for those service members who have given their lives for our country. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, indivisible. Thank you. Mr. Smith, if you take roll, please.
Mayor Jacobs?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dole?
Here.
Councilmember Hughes?
Here.
Councilmember Witt? Here. Councilmember King?
Here.
Councilmember Dole? Councilmember Karafotis?
Here.
You have a quorum of 7.
Thank you. Okay, next is item 4 is our approval of the agenda.
Mayor,
Councilmember Witt.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the amended council meeting agenda as presented, including item 11B5.
Support from Mayor Pro Tem Dole. Discussion from table? From the public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Okay, we have no recognitions. I don't see any county or state officials. Item 7 is we have a few presentations. I will move down to the podium. Okay, first off, we have our presentation for our best decorated house for Halloween. I'd like to call up Ms. Brooke. Mr. Miller, if you'd like to come up also, DDA, Community Development Director. Come on up. Okay, this is Ms. Brooke, so congratulations to the Brooke family on being recognized as Grand Champion in the Garden City 2025 Halloween Lighting Competition. The Garden City Council applauds your creativity and dedication in transforming your home into a spine-chilling spectacle for all to enjoy. Your eerie display casts a spell over the neighborhood, filling the air with Halloween magic and drawing countless brave souls to witness the haunting beauty of your decorations. From ghostly ghouls to creeping shadows, your home brought thrills and chills to visitors of all ages. For your bewitching spirit and for conjuring such a memorable Halloween experience, you are hereby recognized as the Grand Champion. And with that is a gift certificate for $100. So, congratulations.
The house? No picture of the house?
You want to see? Here you go. Okay, next up, we're going to present our certificates of proceeds from our chili cook-off community event. So I have Mr. Miller, who helped run that.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. On behalf of the DDA, I wanted to go through a list of all of our volunteers that helped on Chili Cook-Off Day. Without all of your assistance and on all of those hours of service, we wouldn't have been able to have a successful community day. And I do want to appreciate that for the city. So I'll read one of the certificates into the record, and then we will call up each group. But on behalf of the Downtown Development Authority, we extend our heartfelt thanks to your team for the incredible support you provided during the Chili Cook-Off Community Festival on September 27, 2025. The dedication and enthusiasm of your group played a key role in making the event a resounding success, bringing our community together in celebration. And in gratitude for your team's volunteer hours, we will have a check prepared for you based on the number of hours. We'll have the certificate to be presented this evening, okay? So the first group is Autos for Autism, and we're gonna have everyone come up, a representative of the group, and John Proch, the Assistant Director, is gonna kind of stage you along here. We'll get one picture with all of the groups, okay? So the Autos for Autism, there was a total of 59 hours served, and if the representatives like to come forward, right? Thank you.
Full group one?
Okay, all right. So we'll do that. We're done with each group. Okay. Are you mine? Good job. Getting closer. Thank you.
Carol.
Get this.
Thank you. So if you want to just stay up, we'll kind of stage you all along the way, okay? Thank you. Right. So, Haven of Love Dog Rescue, a total of 104 hours. Thank you. And I think we have a special guest.
Big Poppy is here.
Big Poppy, the dog is here, who I assume receives some of these benefits. So. And we receive those too. He gets a T-bone. Wow. Thank you.
We'll get Big Poppy up front here.
I think he wants to make sure that.
Can you see Lauren?
I can see.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. We should be, yes. Hello, handsome boy.
And then the Garden City Goodfellows for a total of 14 hours. I think Mayor Pro Tem Dole will be accepting that on behalf of the Goodfellows. Thank you.
You're fine.
Inspire Inkster. And I don't think we have anybody present for them, okay? We'll make sure that we can get that to them. The Community Coalition, a total of 83 hours, right? So,
I guess should I go with you?
I think Councilmember King is going to come up, and Sean Hahn, too. Thank you. All right, thank you. The Michigan Humane Society, a total of 12 hours, and no one was going to be coming for that either. Project Grad, a total of 5 hours, and no one is going to be here for that. St. Thomas the Apostle Catholic Church, total of 16, and I know Craig is here to receive that. Again, thank you. a last day dog rescue, total 3 hours.
Thank you for your help. Thank you. Line up here.
Right, thank you.
Do you want to do a group picture?
Yes. And then the second to last, we've got the Garden City Figure Skating Club, and then also the Garden City Hockey Association, and one of the representatives actually downstairs working, so, but we'll make sure that they get that too. So I guess we're ready for our group picture, okay? All right?
PT is with, guy that's from Garden City, he lives over by. Lucky Dog, she did some painting for me. Best friend is Tammy that works at Lucky Dog with the great. Her son and him are best friends, so he. So he went to the one. He can come sit with me.
Yeah, okay,
No, we get.
yes.
No, it's a Haven Dog.
Okay, and next is, we have one more, and this is for a check presentation to the Straight Farmhouse for their gazebo from the Pancake Breakfast. And these groups all worked at the first annual Pancake Breakfast at the Chili Cook-Off. They were working toward the goal of raising money to go toward the Straight Farmhouse gazebo. And through the efforts of the Garden City Rotary, Garden City Lions Club, Garden City Kiwanis, Garden City Community Coalition Commission, and the Garden City DDA, they raised a total of $1,750.
And I want to call up the groups, and then I know that Joanne Rodriguez from Kiwanis want to give a short little speech too. So, but I'd like to have all of those groups to come up, and then the Rotary, Lions Club, and Kiwanis Community Coalition to come up, and Joanne will give us some thoughts on this also. Thank you. Right. So you want to come around here. Right. No, come on up. Come on up. All the groups. Yes,
all of you.
yes. And Kim too.
Lisa.
Gotta have her. Be nice, be nice, be nice. Yes, we do. Where's your mom's? Are we ready? Okay. Hi, I'm Joanne Rodriguez, the president of the Kiwanis Club, and in collaboration with the Garden City Lions, the Rotary, and the Community Coalition, and the Kiwanis, the first Garden City Pancake Breakfast was a success. We all agreed to donate profits from the breakfast to the Straight Farmhouse, home of the Garden City Museum, to help construct a gazebo in the green space between the Straight House and the Oddfellows on Merriman Road. So we are ready to present the check.
Yes, please go,
Okay.
Joanne. Right behind you.
Okay.
And I know Kim and Sharon there.
Okay. All right.
How's it look?
So. Okay, So we are presenting $1,750 to the Straight Farmhouse.
We do have,
Yes.
yes, we do have a small certificate too to the Friends of the Straight Farmhouse Museum, signed on behalf from Lisa Gibbons and also the Community Coalition. Again, just thank you for all your work you do on behalf of the history of the city. Thank you.
so much.
We'll get it. All right. So also, again, one of the things that occurred on that day too was a tip jar was put out and people were just leaving tips, and we took all of the tip money and divided it by an hourly count so that the groups were able to share in that too. The community was very generous in sharing those tips, and it also included just a little more funds to go to our nonprofit agencies in the city. And also just kind of looking forward to 2026. I think that they're ready to do it again. I'm looking at Lisa Gibbons for that. And our next chili cook-off community event is September 26th of 26, and that is also National Pancake Day. So, so we had to pick on that. Yes. So anyways, so we've got, there's no pressure or anything, but again, I think it was, serendipitous that we have that day also. So thank you again. Thank you. Right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miller. At this time, we're going to take a short recess to allow people that want to leave can leave. Or if they want to stay, we can stay. Okay, at this time we are back in session. Item 8 is community events. We have none, no petitions or communications. We have no public hearings tonight. Item 11 is our consent agenda.
Mayor,
Councilmember Witt.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda items A, 1, and 2 as presented.
Support. Support from Mayor Pro Tem Dole. Discussion from table. From public. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Excuse me, on to our action items. Number 1 is our fire station bid packet 1. I call up Chief Keen.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for allowing me to be here again tonight. What you have before you tonight is the carpentry bid for the bid pack 1 of the fire station renovation. You remember last meeting, we had a number of items that were on there. This item, we received bids that were not bid properly according to the scope, so they sent it out for rebid and we received bids. And as you have before you tonight here, it's a time and materials bid as well. So you'll see attached is a structure for the cost for that. So there's not a total, but a per hour breakdown and material breakdown. And that would be awarded to Multi-Construction Services of Walled Lake. They were the lowest responsible bidder.
How many bids were there?
There were 2.
Okay, thank you. Motion is in order.
Mayor,
Councilmember Hughes.
I'd like to make a motion to award the contract for carpentry time and materials for the fire station renovation to Multi-Construction Services of Walled Lake in the amounts of the attached bid sheet in accordance with bid submitted on October 23rd, 2025.
Support.
Support from Councilmember King. Discussion from table.
Mayor,
Councilmember King.
do we have like an approximate, like how many hours? Do you know how much this will cost or no?
We don't, without throwing numbers out there, I know they did receive in the previous bid pack lump sum, and the project management company felt that that was about 4 times as large that they expected the cost to come in at. So some of this will be dependent upon, once they start removing some of the stuff that was done, they're not sure necessarily what's entailed once they get in there. That's why they suggested a time of materials. So once you start opening some of the older construction up, we don't know exactly what's going to be under there.
All right, thanks.
Further comments from table?
Mayor, yeah,
Mayor Pro Tem Dole.
I'm also concerned why we have so many unknowns. Isn't that a little dangerous? It's like open contract, we charge you whatever we want?
Well, no, it's a per hour charge. I understand what you're saying. There's not a limit to it.
Right.
But the plans that we have set have detail of what's supposed to be done, and they're supposed to complete it as the plans are drawn. Some of the things they have to tear off part of the roof, they don't know how far back in they're going to have to go to get it to be able to be pitched right, things of that nature. So it's difficult to say, hey, this is exactly what's going to have to be done.
I guess, Mayor? Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Councilmember King.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I guess that's why I was asking about the hours. I was wondering if it would be appropriate to put a cap on it in line with Mayor Pro Tem Dole, not to exceed 20,000, whatever. I don't know what that is, but just so we know it's not going to exceed a certain amount.
I don't have the exact number of what they were expecting, so I don't know what number I guess I could put on that at this point. I don't know if there's any guidance on this? Or
Ultimately, our project manager oversees this, and as the chief stated, and I just don't think we have it in front of us, is the amount that they felt was 4 times too high. But the purpose for going for the time and materials was to not get a number that was so far over, and to actually be one we can hopefully limit to as much as our project management company sees necessary. But that said, so much of the issue and so much of why I know even a few who had considered bidding on this project is the unknown part of it, which works against us as much as it is our concern to find a contractor, as much as it concerns us about the top amount that we might have to pay. The work there, until you pull the roof off, it's unknown how far down they have to fix it. So ultimately, that's why we employed the construction project manager, is to oversee this and to hopefully minimize costs in those unknown areas. This is one of the projects necessary to complete the work for the winter, am I correct?
It is. So the concern was, to drive a little further, I guess, is if for example, if you said $10,000 and they open that up and it ends up being $20,000, then we have to wait 2 weeks before they can proceed to be able to move forward. So that's basically why the suggestion was time and materials without a known. I do know the original bid was submitted. I don't know if we want to.
Mayor?
Councilmember Karafotis.
Just to clarify, so they're going to come in and fix all the stuff the previous company did wrong. So we had a new roof put on, it's incorrect, they're going to tear that off and fix it, right? And
Correct, but that's not necessarily what the carpentry is for.
You keep mentioning the roof, that's...
Correct. So part of the issue is the front of the vestibules on the front are pitched incorrectly. The water's draining back towards the building. So once they take that roofing off, they're going to look and see what they have to do to remedy that problem. So those are the things that they're looking at for carpentry. They have to adjust some of the back roofing and then on the front as well.
Okay, so all the other things, it's by the hour. And I understand that winter's coming. We don't want you guys to be in the cold.
Thank you.
And I understand the part about 2 weeks, but nobody has an idea of like what the previous bid was at 4 times? I mean, what if we said $60,000, not to exceed by
So,
the next meeting or something?
The bid that was submitted prior was $160,000.
So 4 times,
They figured it was around 4 times as much as they would expect.
so we could say $50,000 and maybe 2 weeks would be,
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
But I'd rather go on the high side so we don't delay anything going
Right.
into the winter. I know on
I don't wanna
time
delay.
and material jobs, especially with a project coordinator, they should be right on their schedule as far as what they're doing, and there's usually not a lot of delays, and they're not slacking off, and they're doing what they're supposed to, and we have somebody overseeing it. That's what we're paying them for. So I'd rather go, if you wanted to put a dollar amount, go to a higher side and hope we don't reach it, but I again, don't
I'm
want
fine with
to
that.
delay anything.
I'm fine with that.
I have a question.
Councilmember Dolt.
So if we put a cap on this and we hit the cap,
You have to
then
come
what
back.
happens? I mean, the other bid was 160,000. They think it was too high.
They do.
But we've got unknown, 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 all the way down on this bid. Who's to say it's not going to get up to 160,000?
This is where by employing them based on their experience, they felt that that bid was, first of all, they didn't bid it properly to the specs that were in the bid pack. It was supposed to be bid time and materials, they bid a lump sum. So their feeling was, well, we don't know exactly what's going to be in there, but they felt, based upon their knowledge, that it would be about a quarter of that or so.
Well, these guys didn't bid time and materials either,
No, they bid.
huh? Well, they bid time, their hourly rates, but there's
So
no
is-
estimated hours.
The materials is the cost plus 25% for materials. So whatever they pay plus 25% on materials.
I see it, under materials, yeah, okay.
They did not include exact costs for like plywood and stuff, yes, but
So we could do the motion for what, 75,000? And if it comes close to that, if they get to 60, you still have 2 weeks to,
I would hope if we know we're getting close to that, if that number's there, that they would have an indication prior to getting there.
that's what I'm saying,
I
then you
would-
could
I would
have the
hope.
2 weeks to,
Correct.
I'd be good with setting 75, and then as it gets closer, if they run into an issue. But that would be up to Councilmember Hughes and King, motion maker and supporter.
I think what?
I'll amend it.
75,000 cap.
Yep, I would support.
Okay, so that'll be with a $75,000 cap.
Chief, you know you're going to get whatever you want, we just need a number first.
I understand. It's not personal. I completely understand.
Is there any kind of budget associated with this?
We don't know.
On our end, did we have a budget?
For the overall completion or for what we have remaining?
For this section, more or less?
I don't think it was broke down, was it?
We don't?
With the old
Well,
No,
that's
but
what
the
I'm
est-
asking, was it
but-
broke down ever?
Well, the estimate is, and that's what the project management company came back, and they budgeted about a quarter of the original lump sum bid.
Okay, okay.
That was their
So
estimate.
okay. All right.
So theirs was right around 40,000 or so is what their expectation was of the bid.
Okay, further comments from the table? From the public? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Thank you,
you.
Chief. Okay, item 2 is our annual Dance Express candy fundraiser purchase. I will call up our interim Parks and Rec Director, Zach King. Mr. King.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you is the quote sheets and the quote and the estimate and the invoice for our annual candy fundraiser for the Dance Express program. If you're familiar with the program, you know that every year they do this fundraiser. This fundraiser brings in 40% of the sales from the candy box sales. That helps with operations of the program itself. It also allows us to buy those, the prizes for the fundraiser and other necessities for the program. Any questions?
And this is a pass-through for everybody. right?
This is actually
we're just-
fundraiser, so not only is it a pass-through, but we earn money on top.
Right.
When I actually was writing this, I took a report out of Sportsman, and we were currently at $8,510 over the invoice and proceeds from just the candy boxes. That's expected to hit $10,300. We won't see that until everyone turns in their money from the fundraiser.
Right. So basically, we're fronting the money, and then we'll get it back, and
Yeah. And
Right,
actually,
money.
it's already worked our way.
Right.
We already have the money in the account. We're $8,510 over the invoiced
Right.
amount of $12,957 as of last Wednesday. We're more and more every day.
okay, thank you. Motion is in order.
Mayor,
Mayor Pro Tem Dole.
a motion to approve the attached bid with World's Finest Chocolate for the purchase of this year's Dance Express fundraising candy in the amount of $12,957.
Support. Oh,
From Councilmember Witt. Comments from table?
Mayor?
Yes, Councilmember Dole.
So you actually go out and, you don't put this out to bid, but you do look at numerous vendors, correct?
Yep, those 3 vendors that's attached in that sheet, they go out and get different quotes from them. It seems like throughout the years, there's only a few in town that do this type of fundraiser, and this is the only one that allows us to do returns. Not only is it also the cheapest, but allows us to do the return, so we buy additional boxes. Because we're doing the contest, it's hard to run out of boxes, because if someone still wants to sell more and more candy, and we run out of boxes, it limits that contest, and now the top prize winner that gets a certain prize, and the ones that win dance costumes and stuff like that, it's hard to do those contests if we can't return boxes, or otherwise we have to eat the cost of extra candy bars. So.
Literally eat the cost.
I will say, the candy bars are very good.
Yes, yeah, I guess either
And
way.
please don't anybody come to me or Jeff and sell them anymore, because
All right.
Yep.
Further comments from table? From the public? All in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Item 3 is the Dance Express costume purchases. Mr. King.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you, I know this was a bit confusing to put this together. At the time I needed to submit this for the council for consideration on tonight's meeting, we didn't have an estimate, a quote, or anything from the company. Our dance coordinator, Lori, worked all weekend to get that estimate together, and they did get it back to me this morning. So I do know the total amount now is $18,114.50. Exactly. That's after balancing with all of our Dance Express families and all of our teachers, making sure the correct sizes and everything were ordered. I don't know if you guys want to amend the motion or not. I think that still works because it is covered. We just estimated when we put this together, this was the most we've ever spent on costumes. This is a 100% pass-through cost. We've already collected the majority of the funds through the families. We will ensure, or I will ensure before signing this, that all those funds have been collected before we cut the check this week for the costumes. Pending tonight's approval, the check will get cut this Friday and get delivered as soon as we get the costumes in.
You said it was $18,114?
And 50 cents.
Okay, it's up to the motion maker if you want to do the original one or if you want to amend it to what we know is the cost.
Mayor?
Councilmember King.
I move to allow the interim Parks and Rec Director to sign an invoice with Wiesman Costumes in an amount not to exceed $18,114.50.
Support.
Support from Mayor Pro Tem Dole. Discussion from table. From the public. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Might as well stay there, yeah. This is for the city fee schedule amendment. Mr.
Good evening,
King.
Mayor and Council. This one's a little bit more involved. Actually, the Parks and Rec Commission considered this over the last 2 meetings they met, talking about various pricing models and stuff for not only the center, but the entire Parks Department. The first I'll talk about is the Red Cliff room rentals, which I believe is on the first or the second page of the fee schedule. We essentially narrowed it down to be 3 different tiers of rooms. What we often see happen is someone comes into the center, wants to rent one of our basic rooms, and the room is already booked from another rental, and the only other option we can offer, like if they want the Heritage Room, is to go to the card room. Well, the card room is more per hour in our current fee schedule, but the amenities and such in the rooms are pretty similar. So essentially, we based it down to 3 different tiers of kind of categories people are going to come to the center looking for. That first tier is the patio, the courtyard, and the game room of $30 per hour per resident fees. Everything else is reflective equally between the non-resident, the weekend, and the after-hours pricing. That second tier is the classrooms, the lounge, the heritage room, the movie theater, and the card room. All those seem to be the similar type of parties coming in, wanting that type of room. So if one doesn't work, we can move them to another one for the same cost. And that tier 3 is the gymnasium, the esports room, and spaceport. Those rooms, again, the same type of level. You're looking for we can kind of shift you around, like maybe the gym isn't available for your party, but you'd be just as interested in spaceport. I think it also makes working with the residents on that pricing model a little bit more consistent. Right now, every room is kind of random, just kind of in the pricing. This pricing is a little more based on what it takes us to run the rental, between cleaning and materials and stuff like that, based on the size of the room and the use of the room. Also in this, I removed the computer lab since that room is no longer available. Does anyone have any questions on the Radcliffe room rentals? My next thing is the parking lot and then the memberships.
Mayor,
Councilmember Karafotis.
I'm just glad to see that we're making the room rentals more affordable for our residents. Before, I think they were out of scale to what we're using them for. So I know a lot of people were happy to see this was on the agenda.
Yep, no, we actually had, surprisingly, a lot of people show up in the last few days saying, is the new pricing? And I was like, no, I don't even know where you found that at. Oh, I saw it on the agenda. Oh, yes, well, if it gets approved Monday night, then you can come back Tuesday and we'll do the rental for you.
Yeah, it's a little bit more uniform, like you said, so that's a good thing, too.
Yes, it's a lot easier walking the building saying you can choose these rooms for this price, these rooms for this price, these rooms for this price.
Yeah.
Mayor?
Councilmember Hughes.
Hi.
Hey.
I wondered, do we have any fees or would it be included, like a deposit? You know, some places you have to put a deposit because if you don't clean up, or if there's extra work to follow up after a party. Do we have anything to cover that type of?
Yes, there is a $100 deposit currently required for rooms at Radcliffe. They pay that ahead of time, and then they have to pay the entire amount before the rental to confirm that date. So just because they pay the deposit doesn't mean they actually get to confirm that date. If someone else came in and wanted to rent it, if they were going to pay the entire deposit, they could get the room.
Further comments, questions? Okay.
So the next tidbit is just the 2 parking lot ones. There is a parking lot rental, which is a per square footage per month. That is more towards the short-term use of the parking lot. There are some utility companies that have come to us and asked for some space in the lot, and we believe that this is a fair price, especially for the heavy equipment they're bringing in. There will be other requirements, of course. A contract to hold harmless and insurance have to be provided, just like all of our other rentals, if they want to use the space. Thankfully, we were blessed with a very large parking lot, so we won't see a few square footage missing for a few months if they keep the place neat and organized wherever we do assign them to in the lot. And this could also lead to, there's been some interest of some short-term or even long-term rentals of like storage of like if someone wanted to run a teen driving school and needed 2 spots to store cars while they're not when they're not in class. This could also lead towards that as a monthly rate. The other one in there is a south parking lot rental. There has been some interest in the south parking lot as an event space, like for craft shows and other things, so we assigned a price to that as well. Any questions on those 2 parking lot rentals?
Question?
And then lastly, the memberships. The first thing I added in there was a senior 1 month. We originally didn't have a 1 month option. It was a little more difficult for staff to process those transactions every month. We added this because I feel a lot of people budget monthly, and it's kind of harder to pay that quarterly payment when everything else you do in your life is monthly. So we added an option for 1 month. It is reflective to all the other pricing as an option. We also added adult and teen pricing, has been very much requested now that the center is much bigger thanks to the Wayne County ARPA grant funding. There's also free rates and a Smith machine that appeal to adults and teens. We put the pricing forward. We're still working on the teen, what that looks like. We do believe that a teen membership will require a paid adult and or senior membership to enter the room together. So the teens will have a separate membership you have to pay. It is discounted. It's not the same rate as an adult, but will require that adult to be with them the entire time they're in the room and for that adult to have a membership.
Okay.
Any questions?
Mayor,
Councilmember Karafotis.
Did we come up with a rate for like a team to rent out the workout room?
We did not.
I only asked that because I know there are multiple teams that are on some kind of thing where they work out every week as a group, and they're doing that, and they're having to leave Garden City to go do that, so that may be our next idea.
All right. Yeah, you can definitely add that in. Would you see that as a no one else can enter the room while they're working out, or more of a?
No, but if we know that there's going to be, 10 kids, 10, 15-year-olds coming in every Monday at 6 o'clock, the room could still stay open, just, they would just get, instead of, like you said, there'd be a coach and 6 kids instead of like 6 adults and 6 kids.
Okay, that's something too, maybe is even considered more of a drop, like we could kind of schedule that more as a drop-in for the team. Maybe a per price per kid that's discounted even to our drop-in rate. And those drop-in rates aren't often found in the fee schedule. That might be something we can still do without having to bring it back.
Okay,
But thank you for the suggestion.
Any other questions?
Mayor,
Mayor Pro Tem Dole.
I'd just like to let the residents know that they do accept Silver Sneaker program out at Radcliffe. For the fitness center, it rides on your health insurance. It's free to do, so come on out. Thank you.
Yes, we found a lot of our seniors actually switch over from those monthly and quarterly and yearly memberships over to Silver Sneakers. They prefer it much more. It's easier, don't have to worry about any of the billing, their insurance take care of it, all of it. We also have Renew Active. If your insurance doesn't work with Silver Sneakers, you can do Renew Active. And we're currently in conversations with Silver Sneakers to also allow that scan to let you into our other classes like authorized exercise, mindful motion, those type of senior-orientated fitness classes where they don't have to pay their drop-in for that. They can actually just scan it with Silver Sneakers. We're hoping to have that by the end of the month.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, at this time, motion is in order.
Mayor,
Councilmember Dole.
to motion to amend the city comprehensive fee schedule as presented for the Parks and Recreation Department.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Karafotis. Discussion from the table. From the public. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes 7-0. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, item 5 is our Youth Assistance Program and Intergovernmental Agreement, and we have our Family Resource Center Director, Mr. Sean Hahn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight, I've brought you a Youth Assistance Program Intergovernmental Agreement. This is to replace the subcontractor agreement that we have had with GrowthWorks. This is a contract directly with the county, so we will be working directly with the funding source instead of going through sort of multiple agencies to get there. It allows us to provide our services at commensurate rates to the first contact contract, and the billing system is set up in the same way as well as the reporting system. So it simplifies a little bit of the stuff on our end too, so we don't have to have multiple different ways to register a youth, track everything that's happening. We can simplify our processes. It also significantly increases the revenue that's available. So we averaged a little over $60,000 a year when we were subcontracting with GrowthWorks. With this contract for the next 2 years, we're able to bill up to $250,000 per year. And the county has the ability to extend the contract 1 year at a time, up to 3 times. Any questions?
I know you've done a good enough job that we've helped Dearborn Heights and a few other communities that have been interested, so I think this is awesome moving forward.
Mayor.
Councilmember Hughes.
Hi.
I was wondering about the workload. Will it lighten the workload because you don't have to go back and forth with the county, but you'll be taking on more of the workload? I was wondering, is it a balance between the two, that you'll spend less time working with the county, but you'll spend more time in-house?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. So for our case managers and for our staff who work directly with clients, enrolling youth, doing intake meetings, running groups, it will lighten the load a little bit because we can essentially have one system for enrolling and managing files. So we don't have to worry about going back and forth between multiple different ways of doing business. But for our FRC coordinator, it's going to be more work because when it comes to the tracking, she's got more numbers to work with. Also, the increased amount means that we will be working with more youth. We're anticipating getting all of the Garden City direct court referrals from Third Circuit Court, in addition to maintaining the Dearborn Heights referrals for that, and the possibility of searching other communities for more youth is there as well. So in some aspects, it streamlines things and makes things a little easier. In other aspects, we are going to be doing more work overall, so probably balances out.
Councilmember Karafotis.
Well, good job cutting out the middleman.
Thanks.
So two things. Obviously, we're going to be getting more funds in because that middleman was taking a cut, correct? And then if you could just take 2 seconds and just remind our residents what the FRC actually is, because I think a lot of people wonder, and we've only seen you up here a couple times in the last couple months, so I think more people need to know.
Sure. So the Family Resource Center is a youth assistance program and a prevention program. We work with youth in the community of Garden City as well as in the surrounding area to provide prevention, intervention, and diversion services. Those services could look like social skills building groups and working with youth that are there because their parents maybe want to help them find some friends and work on some of their communication and leadership skills, so they sign up voluntarily for some of the more recreation prevention type programs. We also work with the police department to service tickets that are issued to youth in the city of Garden City, meaning that those families don't have to deal with the Third Circuit Court downtown. They can satisfy the requirements in our program in a short period of time. It usually takes 3-4 months for somebody to complete the program, but it saves them some money, it saves them some time, and it's more convenient to work in-house than it is to go downtown. We also receive referrals from the Third Circuit Court, largely for communities outside of Garden City, because most of our youth come straight to us. But for Dearborn Heights, for Inkster, we get Redford sometimes. We get a bunch of the surrounding area sent over to us if they have a court appointment, and we have the ability to help them clear their slate. So wipe the criminal record clean of whatever charge sent them to us in the first place, so they don't have to have a juvenile criminal record following them around. So we're proactive, working with youth preventatively who have some risk factors, but we're also doing the intervention and diversion to try to help our youth that already found themselves in some trouble.
Thank you.
So all of our services are free for all of our participants as well. The county is able to fund all of it through the various grants and funding sources.
Okay, thank you. Motion is in order.
Mayor,
Councilmember Witt.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the attached contract with Wayne County regarding the intergovernmental agreement for our youth assistance program within our Family Resource Center.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Hughes. Further discussion from the table. From public. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Thank you. Okay, we have no other business. Item 13 is public comment. This is for items not on the agenda. You'll have 3 minutes, and I will call up Mr. John Hemick, I believe.
John Hemick, 6951 Deering, been living in Garden City for 35 years. 16 months ago, I had the city workers, Garden City were out there, told them about bad cement. Told Balachi Group twice about bad cement. I came here 4 months ago and told you about the bad cement. It's spreading, it's terrible. After making numerous calls to Garden City and passing the buck, I got somebody called me and came out. He said, this is bad cement. But if we go to tell them to fix it, we'll put them out of business. It's got to put a sealer on. Winter's coming. So what's it going to be after the winter if they don't put a sealer on? And if they can't put on a contract to guarantee the workmanship, don't hire them. Point blank. And anybody wants to go out there, you can walk down Deering and see how bad it is. And it just spreads every week. I like to see something done. I know we got a lot of money in Garden City to throw around, but, you know, it's ridiculous.
We will get somebody, again, to look at that. Thank you. Okay, I will call up Mr. Mo Hackham.
Good evening, Council. I just want to start off by saying my name is Mr. Mohammed Hasham. I am going to resign at a property address 30595 Beechwood. I am about to be a new resident to the city. Beautiful city, beautiful chief. Seen him out in the neighborhood a couple times, doing things from the heart with the community, which fortunately I don't have that where I live right now, but it's great to see. He has a great team. Lieutenant Hall and one of the officers that actually responded to my house for a break-in that did occur at my residence. Officer, I'm gonna spell it out, it's B-E-R-K-A-W-I-Z. I said it right? He's got a better shot. I just want to start off a beautiful city, ran by people that actually care about it. There's nothing to say about, I can't even complain about a pothole. So I just want to applaud you guys on that. The police department, great service. I was at work. I had my brother at my house checking up on some of the tile work that was getting done in my house, and cops, I think, responded there in about a minute, which is faster than, unfortunately, at Dearborn. East Dearborn, I should say. But, Chief, I just want to say great staff, great police officers, and great leadership. I do have an issue that I want to bring to your attention. I come from a family of law enforcement and military also. And some people's schedules don't work how other people's schedules. Everybody lives a different life. Unfortunately, I live a life of taking care of my mother and always working and trying to provide for my family. I purchased this house last year of 2024. I still have not moved in. Most of us know that everything's on back order. With inflation that's been happening, you can't even get a fridge less than a month out. So basically, my house is empty. I've been receiving emails from one of the ordinance officers. Her name is Miss Kelly. Unfortunately, I don't feel welcomed by her. And as someone that comes from law enforcement, there's common courtesy and there's discretion. And I think we all know that. I received a citation today, actually, that I went and picked up from the post office. I explained to Ms. Kelly my situation multiple times. I told her exactly where I am in my life. And basically sends me emails saying my house is a rental property, sends me emails saying tells me that I'm watching your house, I'm watching your water bill, and I can go on.
That's time.
I'll give you, with council's approval, I'll give you about another 30 seconds to wrap it up, please.
Basically, I don't understand what the issue is between Miss Kelly that she has towards me. I have a list of things that I'll email to you guys that's been shown to me. She told me, I've been watching your house. I invited her to my house to see that it's not a rental property. My water bill is $24, so it's not a rental property. There's nobody living in there. Unfortunately, my schedule is not like hers. I don't have the great timing, but I just want to understand what the situation is with her and why she is on me the way she is. Unfortunately, everybody else welcomed me but her. So, and one more comment I am going to say, actually, when I did approach her, she told me, people like you are the ones that don't follow the law. And I'm going to tell you guys something, I am in law enforcement. But she did not know that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will have somebody look into it and get back with you. Any further comments? Mr. Jones.
Just like to remind everybody that this Saturday is the Dueling Piano fundraiser that the Rotary are having. That's at Radcliffe. Tickets are $25. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the show's from 7 to 9.
Okay, sounds like fun. Thank you. Mr. Lenz, I seen you standing up there.
Thanks, Mike. That's basically what I was going to mention also. The Rotary is doing the dueling pianos. Tickets are available at the Garden City Public Library or online. And Mr. Mayor, we'd like to present you with a ticket to the event. We're hoping you can attend.
Thank you. I should be there.
It's a really good event. It's a lot of fun. The group is Cool to Duel. There'll be a cash bar, live entertainment, raffles, and a night of fun. So thank you all.
Sounds good. Thank you. Further comments? Mr. Hunt.
Mayor and Council, this is the third time I've come up regarding this. Each year, it's your responsibility. You put together a budget, you present that budget to the city, it's approved, and you work off of that. 3 different times now I've come up and asked, after I was shot down one evening by one of the library's employees that I misspoke between a millage and a bond. I don't care whether you call it a millage or a bond. For 42 years, I've been getting this little envelope in the mail called a tax bill. Whether it's a millage or a bond, it's a tax to me. I've been paying for 42 years. And we're putting this money into this library that we have a field. And I've asked, this is the third time now, I'd like to see a presentation from Mr. Lentz or whoever at the library, what money they have when we supposedly we see this pie-in-the-sky library built. Personally, I don't believe there's enough money out there to build the underground and the parking lot, let alone put the library up. I'd like to know when that's going to happen, what the budget is, what kind of money do you have now, and what's it going to take to finish this whole situation off. I know there's another one coming up behind this that we're going to be paying on. It was voted by the citizens, so my vote didn't count on that one, because mine was the other direction. But why can we not find out what money they're collecting off of us and where we stand with that? Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I will say this, the city and the library are separate entities. That might be a better question to go to a library board meeting and ask them. We can't force them. I'm sure they have numbers and facts and figures and all that for you, but that's not up to us. Further comments? Ms. Marquette.
Good evening, Council. I want to thank you for the job you guys are doing for our city and the support that you're giving to so many of the organizations. Thank you to everyone that came out for the food truck rally that we did a couple weeks back. It was a great event, and it was wonderful to see all the support and the fire department there selling their pumpkins for the Goodfellows. They actually had such a good turnout that they sold out. The following weekend, they had to shorten their time up, so we were glad to partner up. You will see that the gazebo foundation has been poured. We're thrilled with that. We're waiting to hear on another grant, and we are hoping that spring will have raised enough funds. You'll be seeing a campaign coming out shortly asking for members and people to donate to that. So we'd ask you to maybe think about giving at Christmas time, Thanksgiving. Also, on December 6th, we have a concert coming at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with some of the members from the DSO and one from the Toledo Orchestra as well. So if you want to come and hear some great Romanian music, they will be there performing for us, and then afterwards we'll be back over to the Straight Farmhouse for refreshments, and you will be able to then see the newest exhibit that will be on display. There'll be over 500 nativities on display.
Nice.
Ranging from like a 1/4 inch all the way to this tall. So if you can't come then, we're open on Wednesdays and Saturdays, or we will take groups by appointment as well, and it's free of charge.
On December 6th, 3 p.m., that's obviously at the Oddfellows Hall.
Starts there, yep.
And do people buy tickets?
They
or-
can come to the museum and buy tickets. They're $30 a piece, or they can purchase them online at sfhludis.com.
Okay.
You can find that on our website as well. But
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, further public comment? No further comments? Okay, city managers report.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to comment, it's just, I like that so much of our meeting was taken up celebrating all the community groups that are working together amongst each other to help each other further Garden City, and it's just great to be part of such a community where everyone is so connected. And then just to add a line about, we had our workshop about blight and rental registration, and kind of ties into a little bit of the comment we heard just a second ago. Realize that a home that isn't occupied for over 60 days is considered vacant. So you have 3 options in Garden City to register your property. It's either a certificate of occupancy because you reside there as your primary residence, or you're renting it and then you get it certified every 3 years. Or if neither of those 2 things apply, it's a vacant property registration, which is required. It's only so that we can be accountable for the entire neighborhood when we have properties in town, that everyone's keeping it up to the standards of our neighborhoods that we come to expect here in Garden City to improve the quality of life and maintain just what brings people together is a wonderful place to live, creates a wonderful things we see here today. So and that's all I have to say tonight. Thank you, Mayor and Council, and thank you for the workshop. I feel like that was quite productive. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Smith.
Just one thing this evening, just a continuation from last meeting's announcement. First off, I want to say I'm very happy about the engagement from the citizenry and, their desire to vote in every election, but just a public service announcement reminder, Garden City elections are in even years, so even though you see all the commercials and you hear about it on the news, there is no election here in Garden City tomorrow. So
we got 100% participation.
You can look at it that way. Yep.
It's your number. Perfect. Anything else?
That would be it.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Dole.
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Hughes.
I'd just like to say I'm glad to hear about what's going on with FRC as well as the Radcliffe Center, putting together this fee schedule that it makes everything a little more cohesive, and some creative ideas from council members as well as the director. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Witt.
Nothing tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember King.
Just an announcement that the Police and Fire Department have kicked off their food drive, non-perishable items, and you can drop them off at the police station.
Contest, right?
Yes, definitely.
It's a competition.
Competition between the fire department and the police department.
But I believe because the fire department's under renovations, the fire department's box is at the police department? Yes, that's correct.
They won't
Put in the right one.
I see what's going to happen already.
Well, I hope we have the cameras working out there. Okay, thank you. Councilmember Dole.
Just real quick, I wanted to thank the firefighters. I believe it's Local 1911 for their pumpkin sales. They started that last year. It was terrific. They donate their proceeds to the Garden City Goodfellows, who will be out this Thanksgiving weekend with our papers on the corners, so please be generous. And also I wanted to thank the Chili Cook-Off volunteers, all of them across the board, but especially the ones that showed up and specified that their work hours were to be donated to the Goodfellows.
Thank you. Councilmember Karafotis.
I just have a few things. I've had some residents ask me recently, complaining about the rat problem that they have. So I just want to remind people that every city in the world has a rat problem, but we can kind of minimize that by making sure that you're cleaning up your dog poop and making sure that you're not feeding the birds, because all those things attract rats. And obviously cutting your grass too. I also wanted to say that there was a lot of talk about Radcliffe tonight. I hope our residents realize that there is a new workout gym there. It's for not only seniors, but adults and teens. It has all new equipment, and it's open every day until 8:30. So come check it out. It's super cool. I also wanted to mention that the Garden City Garden Club is having a gardening conference. It's going to be Saturday, March 14th at the high school, 2026. all different kind of gardeners are welcome, whether you're a new gardener or an advanced master gardener, it doesn't matter. And more information will be coming out on the Garden Club's new website at gcgardenclub.com. And then I might as well throw my hat in the ring for the Lucky Dog 12th Annual People and Pet Food and Clothing Drive. So we'll see what we can do for the fire department, too. So I'm just... You have the advantage. You're on your home court. I was going to say, Lucky Dog has a pod in the parking lot, and we fill that with food, and we fill it with clothes. This year, we're taking just coats and obviously items for the homeless, like hats, scarves, gloves, socks, those kind of things. And then all the food that is donated goes to all the different food banks in Garden City.
Okay, thank you. I just have a couple things. One, I want to send out condolences to the family of Steve Darnell. He was, I know I went to grade school with him back at St. Raphael's. Sudden passing, and he was young, so condolences to his family. And also, in case you didn't know, because I know Communications put out Mayor's Forum was supposed to be this Wednesday. There's a conflict, so I will not be holding that. And we will pick a later date. So I didn't want anybody to show up and not be here with another meeting going on. Other than that, that's all I have. This meeting is adjourned.